we've got the biggest and the best on deck. Welcome to Quick Pitch presented by Home Depot, where we have no better place to start than with a World Series rematch. And just when you think that in itself is enticing enough, get this. It could be the first time in MLB history that there are not one, not two, but three former MVPs hitting in each lineup of a single game. While the colors of the unis are the same, several of the players wearing them are different. After mega moves by each club this offseason, this rematch feels a little unpredictable. But one thing we know for sure is it will still be must-see TV. Buckle up as we head to Chavez Ravine.
Now they got the big man on campus coming to the plate. You can't get him out. The problem is if you make a mistake, you're not getting that baseball back.
There's a fly ball hit to center field, hit way back, and this one's not going to come back either. Aaron Judge starts off this World Series rematch with a blast. Judge homered in his first at-bat in this World Series rematch. Now Shohei Ohtani stands in, and now he hits one out left center field. It's Judge 1, Ohtani 1.
Greatness, greatness. Simple as that.
It's that MVP swagger. It's Aaron Judge, and it's Shohei Ohtani. Second inning at the Ravine, and it's 1-1 for the Yankees and the Dodgers. As Austin Wells lines one out to right, it's deep. Hernandez has it over his head, and it is gone. A home run right into the front row, and the Yankees get the lead back. Solo homers abound early on.
Here's Grisham as the Yankees begin their second time through against Gonsolin.
And now Trent Grisham sends one out to right. This is deep. Hernandez back, and that ball is gone. It's the third Yankee homer in the first two innings to make it 4-1 New York.
Paul Goldschmidt will kick off the top of the third for New York.
Breaking ball swing on, hit the right field, backing up Hernandez, backing up. He's on the track. He's looking up. That baby's gone. Paul Goldschmidt leaves the ballpark, and the Yankees have a 5-2 lead.
And the ball is flying out of LA tonight. Battle of the reigning MVPs, a World Series rematch tonight, and it's Shohei leading off the bottom of the sixth. And Shohei, it's a high fly, right field. Judge is all the way back. He's at the wall. He leaps. It's gone. Number 2 tonight for the spectacular Shohei. First and second, nobody out, down by 2. And it's Freddie Freeman against Max Fried with 2 on and nobody out. And a fly ball hit to left pretty deep. Bellinger goes back, it's over his head, and it's off the wall. Freddie Freeman bites the Yankees again. The Dodgers have the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Here's Andy Pages with the infield in. A bouncing ball, it's off the glove of Volpe into left field. Smith scores the tying run, past the drawn-in infield. Andy Pages ties the game. They have the go-ahead run 90 feet away in the count in Conforto's favor with Tim Hill on the mound. He walks him. The go-ahead run is in. Andy Pages scores. It is 6-5 LA.
Second and third now with Andy Pages scheduled to hit next.
And now Pages lines one to center, a base hit. Insurance runs for the Dodgers. Smith scores. Play at the plate on Freeman. He is safe.
Andy Pages clutches up with a 2-out, 2-run single.
1 out away from taking the opener in this World Series rematch. And a liner right to third. Muncy has it. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, like they did in 4 out of 5 in last year's World Series, have defeated the Yankees.
そうです。もちろん両チームにとっていいスタートにはなったと思うので、試合全体と
It was a really good start to the game. You know, it was back and forth between two really good teams, and I'm glad that we came out at the top.
Yeah, kind of similar home runs. You know, both just to the off field for them. You know, so, you know, right out of the gate, a couple big haymakers there, and then, you know, quite a bit of offense tonight.
We love superstars, and to start the game off with Shohei, or with Judge hitting a homer and Shohei answering in the bottom half was pretty exciting for everyone, but huge game for us to win.
I mean, come on. Did you expect anything less from these two? Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani each went deep in the first inning of this World Series rematch. This is just the second time in MLB history that reigning MVPs have homered in the same game. Miguel Tejada and Barry Bonds also did so back in June 2003.
Shohei Ohtani, come on down to Team Hayes. You are joining Team Hayes. I am Shohei Ohtani all day. And to be clear here, there's not a wrong answer. These are both all-time great players. But Shohei is younger than Aaron Judge. He is mashing, not quite at the same level as Judge, but we've seen it at different points in his career, including this year, where I think he might hit 60 home runs. And this is a guy that, albeit DHing ever since he arrived in L.A., I do think at some point he gets back on the mound and then the unicorn arrives again. There's also a winning element to this. Shohei has won. He has proven he can show up big. Relatively limited sample size come playoffs, but Judge doesn't have the same element to his game in terms of the playoffs and what he does in October. And Steve, I'll end on this. There is a business component to this. Yes, I'm a GM and I'm building out a team, but I have an owner, right? And my owner wants to make money. Aaron Judge is continental. He's huge in the U.S. He's big in Canada. Shohei Ohtani, there's no one bigger around the world. I will take Shohei all day.
Well, Brian, you are 100% right if it's just about the money. But if it's about winning, I'm taking Aaron Judge. And here's why. His OPS is 90 points higher than Shohei Ohtani. His slugging percentage is 90 points higher than Shohei Ohtani. His OPS plus is over 50 points higher than Shohei Ohtani. Offensively, he is head and shoulders better than Ohtani, and Ohtani's great. But Aaron Judge is having a historic season. He had an historic season last year. He set the American League record for home runs with 62 in 2022. And so you look at all of the performance from Judge. Yes, he is a couple years older, but there's no signs of him slowing down. In fact, he's getting better. He's more patient. He's starting to get the Barry Bonds treatment. We're starting to walk him a little bit more because they're so fearful of him. Plus, he's the captain. He's a leader in a way that Shohei Ohtani isn't. I love Shohei Ohtani, and he's a great teammate, but Judge is the man. Like, he leads. He is the face and voice of your organization. I'm going to take Aaron Judge with what he can do swinging the bat, with what he can do in the clubhouse and in the dugout, and he's a superstar of the ages. In the end, the best hitter in Yankee history. That's how good he is.
They've both been just so much fun to watch. Okay, as for Ohtani, he's working his way back to the mound, building up after a second Tommy John surgery. But Steve, are the Dodgers almost playing with fire by putting Ohtani back on a big league mound?
Yeah, I have to tell you that if it were me, then I understand they made a deal with the notion that he would be a two-way player. I would try to convince him to just be a hitter. I understand his value might be greatest as the two-way player. However, it doesn't benefit the other pitchers on the staff. It means everybody else has to pitch in a six-man rotation. It messes up everybody's rhythm. It messes up everybody's routine and their preparation. So yeah, it might work for him, but it is an issue that everybody else has to adjust for him. Plus, he's been the most protected pitcher since coming over here and pitching in Major League Baseball. And he broke down twice needing Tommy John surgery. The reality is, I don't know if they can protect him anymore, and he's ultimately likely going to hurt that elbow again. And if it happens to be in April or in May, then you lose him for an entire season. I can't risk that. I'll pay him the big money he's getting just to be a hitter.
Yeah, I do think they are playing with fire, but I do think you give it one more shot. I mean, he's very young, still relatively speaking. I know he's coming off multiple Tommy Johns, and it is an embarrassment of riches because the Dodgers are loaded, and we know that they're always going to have pitching options. But this is not a guy who's just doing this because he likes it, because he has fun with it, because he's going to give you a 4.50 ERA and be a decent pitcher. He has Cy Young stuff. And he is signed long-term. So even if he does miss another year, which would be catastrophic, I understand that, and they're in a win-now window right now with L.A., I think they're in a win-now window with the Dodgers for the next decade. And even if he misses some time, I personally think it's worth a shot because of how great he is on the mound, and there is an entertainment element to this. We're talking Hollywood. Everyone wants to see Shohei pitch. I say give it one more shot. If there's another hiccup down the road, I would totally agree with you, Steve. That's enough. The bat's enough.